Okay, you see I can slow him down a little bit when I push. Okay, and that's AFib underneath there. There you go. So there's the AFib, and when I slow you down with that, I can get you down around in the 130s with that. I'm going to push on this side just a second. Okay, now, so you'll slow pretty easily into the 120s, 130s, and then you'll come back up to 150. Well, how do you feel right now with the one? How do you feel right now with your heart rate this fast right now?
I feel better than I did with that stuff.
With the stuff on, yeah.
There's no pressure on my chest anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Well, here we obviously can't let you stay in this very long. How long do you think you've been out of rhythm?
Since Friday. Yeah. That's why when I see my heart rate going at 5.
So how fast was it going on Friday?
Friday was about 130, 120.
So you've been going since Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we're talking 72 hours. Is that a fair statement? Okay.
When I laid down and went to sleep, it would drop down to 80.
It would slow down at night. Okay.
But when I woke up this morning,
yeah,
I couldn't stand. The room started spinning.
Oh, you got dizzy with that.
He got dizzy. He was really nauseous,
so that's what
off
made
balance.
the difference.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what made me come in. But as long as I was in the bed, I was like 80. My heart rate was around 80.
But then he was starting to have shortness of breath laying down anyway, so that was part of the problem.
So more short of breath.
Why are you snitching?
Because he needs to know this.
Snitches get stitches.
Knock it off.
All right, so stay with me. All right, so now Dr. Kachi has seen you as well. Dr.
2 weeks ago,
she did the TE cardioversion, right, and I have those records. Let me look at that. I have to look at that image of the transesophageal echo that was done, actually look at the raw images. So there was a TE done there. You've been on a blood thinner for how long now?
Lovenox?
Yeah, Lovenox. Quite a while.
Since 16?
2016.
Oh, a long time. So and you don't interrupt it? You're pretty much on it all the time?
Yeah.
You had any bleeding on that?
No.
Good. How much are you on? How much do you take?
Two, once in the morning, one at night.
And any idea how many milligrams are in it?
I don't know, but it's on my chart.
It's on my chart. Okay. So it's probably full dose Lovenox.
I forgot how many milligrams.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 80.
Probably in the 80 range?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, so Friday you noticed your heart to be out of rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then today, this morning, this AM, you felt lightheaded when you stood. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shortness of breath.
Shortness of breath. Couldn't walk. I came in, they said I was 150.
Okay. Okay. Let me listen to you now. Can you uncross your legs then? How many pillows do you normally sleep on, sir? You don't need to jack your head up to breathe.
No, he has a CPAP.
I have CPAP.
You have CPAP.
Dr. Parsons, does Dr. Kachi want to do the shock therapy?
Again?
Then I want to talk to you about that. That's one.
How did you do it back to back like that?
And I'll talk to you about that too. Let me listen to your lungs. Are you able to sit up for me? There you go. Let's go back to that. Yeah. Yeah, take a deep breath for me. Deep breath. Good job. Deep breath. Deep breath. Good job. Okay, sit back for me. Lay back. Let me take a look. Something hurt? What's the matter?
Back. Yeah,
They
this
want
bed.
me to do a stress test tomorrow. I can't walk.
No, not a stress test. Chemical stress test. Just lay still.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Now, see, right now, just talking to me, you're in the 120s, 130s. I'm not worried about that at all for tonight. So there's no emergency to do something right now. What we need to do, though, there's two issues. One is because of the tyrosine kinase inhibitor drug that you're on a drug for the CLL, which,
I took myself off
oh, how long ago did you last take it?
2 minutes ago.
Oh, no,
I
I
just
mean,
took myself
No,
off.
when
let
was your
him finish.
last,
Oh,
when was your last dose of the CLL drug?
yesterday.
Last night.
And do you know how many milligrams you're on?
Yeah, it's right there in the bag. Bag right there.
Right there in the bag.
Yeah.
Can you help me with that? You just show me what it is.
420.
420. And is it once a day?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a pretty good dose of it. And that can make the atrial arrhythmias worse. There's no question. So there's two issues. One is to so you're on 420. So the question is, do they have to use full dose? That's the first question. Now, who's your oncologist?
Dr. Brander. She's in
Durham.
Durham.
Okay. Have they tried other drugs for you? Have they tried
What was
other
the name of
drugs
the
for
other
the
one?
CLL?
It stopped working.
Or they stopped working?
Yeah, they had to go and do another regimen.
Do they have other options to consider for this?
That's probably something they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board to decipher
That's it.
because
Yeah, because we're starting to get into complications of the drug. That's why you're here. So, well, the first step was to do what you did, which was to first, what Dr. Kachi did, which is to cardiovert you out and to see if you would stick. It's only been
2 weeks.
2
the
weeks.
7th of November when she did the cardioversion, right?
right.
So that is just at 2.5 weeks, that ballpark, right? So the next question is, though, is there something we could do that would make it stick in normal rhythm? And then the other is, one thing I've done is we can increase the beta blocker a little bit more and try to get the rate slowed down. So that's the first thing, and that's easy to do. It doesn't cause you harm. And so that was the metoprolol. Now, did you take a dose of toprol and metoprolol this morning, 100 milligrams?
No.
No. We got here this morning about 7, so I didn't
Last
take
time
any.
I took it was yesterday.
Yesterday. Ah, okay. So you've gotten your dose then. They just gave you a dose then recently. Didn't they?
Right.
Just 100 milligrams. Okay, so that's your first dose for the day.
Right.
All right. So what we can do is to get control over the night is to go with a short acting. What time did they give you that pill, that 100 milligrams?
Probably about a half an hour ago.
All right. Well, that's terribly important. All right. So then the next thing is that will slow you down, and I wouldn't even worry about the heart rhythm for tonight because this has been going on for 3 days, and we're not going to do anything about it right this minute.
Right.
Now, but tomorrow we should plan on doing the cardioversion to get you out of the rhythm. The issue is going to be what drug do we use to keep you out of the rhythm?
You're gonna do the thing again?
Yeah, because you can't sit in AFib like this all the time.
Yeah, but you can't keep shocking me either.
No, but you've only had one. How many shocks have you had?
One in my lifetime.
Right. And that is not many. If you said I've had 15 shocks, that would be different.
Okay.
But you've had one.
But
So-
once you start, you can't stop.
No, that's not true. So what we want to do is we want to get you out of trouble. That's the first thing. And that's where the shock is held. That stops the heart and you start back up in normal rhythm. That's the first thing. Then you need a drug to help make it stick.
What if it don't start up again?
Well, it will start up. It always starts up. That's never been a problem. Stopping, it doesn't stop the heart for permanent when you use a shock. The shock gets you back to your normal rhythm. The way, you know how that works. You stop the heart by shocking, and then your own heartbeat comes back, because your own heartbeat's being inhibited by this AFib. The only way to stop that is you have to stop that for a minute to allow your own heartbeat to come back. That's how that works. So what you had 2 weeks ago works just as good now as it did then. The problem is that you were sent out without any drug.
I told them that. I was like, nobody gave me nothing.
No, but that's not inappropriate if you only needed one shock. But when you come back in 2 weeks, we're going to be committed. We're going to have to use something. Are you with me? But you're going to have to be patient because it gets more complicated with you. You're not the straightforward, simple dude because you're on this drug, which is causing the problem too.
When is the next time you're supposed to go see Dr. Brander?
And when are you supposed to take your next? Do you normally take this every day?
Yeah.
Well, don't take it tomorrow. Right. Don't take it tomorrow.
He usually takes it at night, so
Right.
we won't take it at all.
Did you take it last night? Right. So you're not going to take it tonight. We're going to try to get your rhythm in shape tomorrow morning. Now, I'm going to help you to get back in normal rhythm.
Are you guys going to reach out to Dr. Brander to find out what's
Yeah, we've already started all that.
Okay.
We're trying to reach Brenda, but as to what doses can be adjusted and so forth. Okay. So I recognize that you want this fixed and you want it fixed quick. I get that, but this is not easy, all right? Because of this drug, and the hard thing is the drug. It is not. Normally we can handle this easy, but we can't. In your case, it's much trickier because you're on a drug that makes it worse. Now, if we cannot fix this with anything other than this, I've already talked to my electrophysiology colleague, Dr. Picorni. We might have to even ablate this, which is a catheter-based invasive procedure, to fix this. And that's on the list as well as an option for these drugs. Dr. Jackson just did one like this week over at Duke Rollins.
And what is that?
A catheter-based ablation where you actually stop the rhythm with a catheter. And you actually...
They go in through the groin?
Yeah, and you actually cook the pathway. See, there's a pathway there that's looping and causing this. And you can isolate it. And that's called atrial fibrillation ablation. But we would first see if we can possibly handle this with a drug. That's the first question. Also, the EP docs will want a full evaluation. They want to know, is there ischemia? Is there a problem with blockage to the blood flow? Number one. That's where the nuclear scan comes in. So I need to do this for you tomorrow. All right. I'm working for you. I'm not doing this for me. So if you want me to help you with this situation, that's going to be the best thing to do. We also need to get a plain old echocardiogram like you had last year. Not the down this way, but the standard echo.
I thought they just did an echo.
Not a surface.
No, they
echo.
didn't? Okay.
They did a transesophageal echo. Everybody says, well, you just had an echo. You're not the only one who asked that. Yes, you did. You had a transesophageal echo.
Okay.
But to get a standard echo
Ultrasound
and
echo.
a nuclear scan to show the blood flow, that's the chemical stress test. Okay? So you need that to make sure you don't have blockage. So none of this has been done right now. So I'm speeding along your workup a lot. Okay? So you're going to know a lot about things by about tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
So I just encourage you guys to be, you don't want to rush things too fast, but on the other hand, you don't want to go too slow.
Right.
So let's try to strike that balance, but I need you, I need to be, first of all, you gotta understand, I'm working for you. And so if we're on the same page with that, I'll be happy to help you all I can, all right?
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
I'm
Parsons.
not crazy.
No.
A little
That
bit.
stuff is,
Yeah,
Doing a
no,
number on me.
we're not gonna give you any more of that. What
Yeah,
you
I'm
needed
doing a
was the
number.
talent. It's already working. You're already down to 120 since the time I've been talking to you.
before
So-
they put me on that,
Yeah,
I was at
all-
110.
All you needed was your morning medicine, all right, my friend? So
I
listen,
was at 110.
go slow. Go slow, all right? Let's get you up to a bed tonight.
Hopefully.
You won't need to
You've
be
been
in-
here since 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, well, let me see about that, but I'll do all I can.
I know.
But they don't listen to me much on bed control, all right, my friend?
Thanks,
All
Doc.
right, we'll go from there. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We got two things to do. Carolyn's gonna come by and do an echo, ultrasound. So you'll see her right off in the morning, probably 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to move up the cardioversion. I want to get that done as soon as I can. Maybe 9:30. I need anesthesia to put you to sleep. You won't remember a thing.
Yeah, but they can't go down my throat again.
I'm not going to go down.
No. When you put me under anesthesia,
Yeah,
I have sleep apnea. I stop breathing in my sleep.
yeah,
So just tell them put a CPAP
yeah.
on me.
We're going
They
to.
went down my throat. They called the paramedics and panicked.
Yeah.
And they shoved something down my throat.
I heard about that, and
Yeah,
we're going
just-
to be. We're
And,
going to
he
have
had,
to
and they
be.
bruised the inside.
And they bruised my thing.
Your
When all they had to
esophagus.
do was put me on the CPAP.
Right. And so what we have to do is just make sure everybody, again, not
Everybody's
too
on the
fast,
same page.
not too slow. All right.
Yeah, I stopped breathing in my
Yeah.
sleep. I don't know
And
why.
I saw that, and so here's what here's what I would do though is let's just do it in that order: echo, cardioversion, and then after that the nuclear scan, which is going to be the blood flow question, and then I'm going to have the EP doctor see you. That's going to be Dr. Picorni. He will either see you tomorrow. After he's going to need all the data first before he says anything, and we have to decide about a rhythm medicine for you, whether we add a drug. Okay, we will make that decision. Depends if the septum of your heart. It depends how thick your septum of your heart is. Do you have high blood pressure?
Yes.
So that's made your heart thick, and when it gets more than about 1.5 centimeters, we can't use certain drugs. That's one of the problems too. So there's other issues. See why this is getting complicated.
Yes.
All right, but I work for you. I'll do all I can. All right. All right. You hang in there. All right.
Thank you.
All right. My name is Parsons, like a minister, like a parson. Okay. And I'll leave my card with you. Kachi and I are good friends and partners. Okay.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
I'll see you in the morning, Doc.
And who is anybody in the family had heart disease on your side? Father, mother, brother, sister.
That you know.
This all started from motorcycles.
How
I caught
about?
pneumonia really, really bad.
And then how about anybody in the family have high blood pressure? Mom, dad. Sure, mom or dad didn't have high blood? You sure? Where'd you get it from? Mom? Wonder where you got it. How about grandparents? Somebody might have had it. What line of work are you in, sir?
Car sales.
Where do you do that?
Right around the corner.
At which place?
Around the corner.
At,
Phone cars.
very good. Very good. All right, guys. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you,
in there.
I'll see you tomorrow, Doc.
So,
Tell them guys.
yeah.
They're trying to rush me.
We're good. Hopefully we can get you to bed. All right. We'll see what we can do.
Okay,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Barson.